That'll help me edit this thing faster. Okay. I am Kyle Sullivan. I directed this short film called Garden of the Gods. Someone let me do it. It was their mistake. I'm here with Mr. Daniel Farias. It's pronounced Farias.
Correct. Excellent.
Who played one of our principals, one of our main characters in the short film, and is an actor. And today we're going to discuss 5 quick questions for you. But first, tell me who you are, what you do as an actor, or if you work in other areas of production.
Yeah. So, I'm an actor. I've been doing this almost 3 years now. So, trying to get in professionally. And I'm based out of Atlanta. Did this project. I've done some shorts, some indies. I've had a chance to work on one SAG project, which was cool, a little bit part on a TV show. And then on the side, I kind of do the typical actor thing. I hustle. I work at Instacart, but I also I valet. For a while, I was doing like phone sales, so kind of whatever it takes to pay the bills.
I understand that. I was a valet for 2.5 years, actually.
Wow.
It's good exercise.
Yeah, I started a valet job in January, and I got fired after 2 weeks.
Did you really?
So basically, it was literally my first official day on the job. They didn't really go through training with me, which I didn't really get, but they just kind of threw me in there. And I was driving this massive truck, which was a bad idea. And I pull a corner, and I just put this huge dent in it. And I was done.
My goodness.
It was terrible.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's a bad first day.
Yeah, and then they got back to me. They're like, well, we have to submit our report to like the claims company or whatever, and then we'll see if it like hits the threshold. And if it's below that threshold, you won't get fired. But if it's over it, if the amount of money for the claim is over it, then we have to let you go. And then I heard a couple weeks later, it called me in my office and like, sorry, man, we gotta let you go.
Some threshold, huh?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Hey, as a valet, I've dinged a few cars. It does happen.
Yeah, I should have just not taken the truck. But hey, good news is Garden of the Gods came a month later. So
yeah, very nice.
And I got a little paycheck from that. So.
So speaking of which, I would like to ask you a series of questions here. We're going to start off a little broad, and then we'll get into the Garden of the Gods thing.
Okay.
First question is, I'd like to ask you what movie you've seen technically the most in your life. Doesn't have to be the favorite, just the one you've logged the most hours watching.
That's a tough one to think about which one I've seen like multiple times. I would say, because I don't know if I've watched a film more than like twice, like any film.
Really?
Yeah, I don't. It's kind of weird.
What about as a kid?
See, it's weird. As a kid, I didn't watch. I didn't watch a lot of like movies as a kid. I wouldn't rewatch. I don't know, man. This is terrible. I don't have like a good answer for this.
That's okay. Well, let me reframe the question.
Yeah.
What movie that you have seen have you thought about the most since you've seen it? Had the most effect on you?
Yeah, I think the one movie that always comes to mind is Into the Wild. Have you ever seen that one?
Yeah.
That something about that film, just Sean Penn directed it, but I just love that film. I love that character. Yeah.
That was that based on a true story? Was that am I mixing that up with a different film?
It was, yeah. It was what was his name? Christopher McCandless, I think, was his name. But it was like early 90s. He's actually from Atlanta. He left home, got rid of all his Social Security, credit cards, everything, and just went straight for Alaska, disappeared, left his family behind, and all that stuff is true. And then he just
That movie may need to be rewatched. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Yeah.
That's a surprising choice.
Yeah.
Let's see. Talking about the shoot. What would you say was your most challenging moment for Garden of the Gods? And it may not have been that you've been challenged, but it did get pretty cold.
It was easy. It was easy work as an actor. No.
Yeah.
Probably just being in that one of the scenes. I don't want to give would it give anything away if I describe this just the scenery of. Well, the trailer came out, so...
The trailer came out. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. So
and the stories, the original story is 160 years old.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. So basically the scene where I'm vengeance is coming to me and I'm
trapped.
I'm suffering and I'm trapped. Just shooting that because my hands were up in the handcuffs. That was probably the hardest part. It was just kind of waiting on them. But it was also kind of fun. But it was also kind of hard. Just physically, I was confined to that one space, in between takes.
Did that help you lean into what you were doing as a performance, having the physical, parts to your rig there?
Absolutely, yeah. Because I don't know. It was it made it more real. This guy's actually suffering and he's up against a wall and his hands are even my hands with the cuffs, it wasn't nothing bad, but it was after a few seconds of being on that, it was just kind of annoying and starting to hurt. So yeah, it definitely made it more I guess visceral or whatever for me.
Had you done anything like that before? Any of the places you've been playing?
Yes, and much worse. So the person who casted this film, Bernadette, she casted me in a horror flick about a year ago called Hellbilly Hollow, which hasn't come out yet, but it's a feature-length film. And there was one scene in that where basically my character dies, and they put me in this tub of water because it was a whack-a-mole, or it's supposed to be. It was called. The game was actually called Whack-a-Troll, and it was it was 12.
See what kind of movie this is.
Yeah, no, it was wild. But it's it was probably a Saturday or Sunday night. And it was probably midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning. This is early March in Alabama in the middle of nowhere. So it's pretty chilly. It's probably 40s, 30s, 40s. I'm in this cold tub of water, and they put me in this wetsuit or whatever you call it underneath my actual costume. So I'm in that, which is all grimy and kind of sweaty and gross. And I'm coming up for air while they get the shots. They had a GoPro on me of my point of view. And then they had, so it was but having to come up and gasp for air every 5 seconds. And I got out and they had a whole heater over there. It was super warm. And we had blankets, and that's when I knew I was meant to be an actor because I could just take it.
I knew when I can endure the most you can endure as an actor, and I liked it.
I literally thought, at one point, I thought, am I going to die? That's how I felt.
You suffer for the art, sir.
Exactly, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So what we did was mild by comparison. There was no water.
Oh, absolutely. You guys were a breeze.
Did you have a favorite shoot day, just generally speaking?
On this project?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think. I think the first night, actually, the first day was super cool. Or was it the second? Whatever the whole party scene was, the day of the
party scene?
Party.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that was day 2. Yeah,
Day 2. I loved that, yeah. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, having the extras who are great, and then like the lights and the whole backyard, like
Yeah.
being in an environment, I imagine was a lot of fun. It felt festive, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like the cinematography on it was like beautiful. So, and just the setup was just, but like just to hang out with everybody and like, yeah, it was just cool.
All right. Let's see. Now I know everything's kind of on hold for the moment because of the lockdown and everything. But did you have anything coming up that you're interested in doing, or something you were aiming at there in Atlanta locally that you'd want to plug, or that you're excited to try and do?
Sure. I mean, this isn't a big thing, but I have a buddy friend of mine who we just shot a short film like end of March, just right around when all this was going on, and we shot. It's probably going to be like 10 minutes, but the name of the film is called Claire. But it's literally just me and another actor just going at it. It's pretty intense, but it's supposed to be, he's working on editing it now, but it's supposed to be coming out, I don't know, in the next couple months, hopefully.
Okay.
But that's pretty cool. Like it's good quality, and yeah, so Claire, check it out whenever it comes out. I'll let people know.
Destined for the festival circuit, or is that going straight to someplace else?
Yes.
Okay.
He wants to submit it to festivals. So
Okay. I understand that.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Let me talk about genre for a minute. So this is kind of a gothic horror film. Hellbilly Hollow sounds like a straight up horror film. Is this a genre that you're interested in, or do you have another kind of area that you'd like to aim at, like maybe romantic comedies or action flicks or something like that? What tickles your fancy?
I love. That's always a tough question because I'm like, I'll do anything, but I like gritty films. So I guess I would say like drama, like anything that just like tugs at your heartstrings, like moves you. I would say those types of films. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Same boat. Okay, so sir, I have a fifth and final question for you. It's not film related. I'm looking for, and it's okay if you don't know this, the capital of Bolivia. I had to look it up myself, so no worries. It's Sucre, which I think is also the Spanish word for sugar. But yeah, now we both know.
Bolivia's in South America, right?
Right, yeah.
Okay. I don't even know where that is where Bolivia is geographically.
I believe it borders Venezuela, if that helps.
Okay. Yeah,
it might not.
Yeah, cool.
No
Nice
worries.
bit of trivia there.
We both learned something important there. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to talk with me, and definitely looking forward to seeing this edit come together. The post-production of it's going to start probably as soon as next week, dropping off the hard drive this Friday, I think. And so, yeah, until then, be good, stay safe, and I guess we'll talk to you in the near future.
You too, absolutely. Trailer looked amazing, by the way, so.
Thank you. Yeah. It did. It was nice.
Yeah.